Hi guys, welcome back to No Notions Travel. It's Roma here today to go through all of the EU Digital COVID Cert questions and queries. So, what is the Digital COVID Cert? The EU Digital COVID Cert was put in place by the European Union to make travel across Europe a lot easier. This also includes countries that aren't in the EU but are on the continent of Europe, such as Iceland, Norway, Liechtenstein, and Switzerland. There is one country that is not included in this, and that is the UK. The reason being their Delta variant rates are higher, so they haven't implemented it in the UK. So there are 4 different ways that you can qualify in Ireland for the Digital COVID Cert. That is if you've been fully vaccinated. So if you were fully vaccinated and you supplied either an email address or an address, it will come by email or post, which kind of counteracts the whole digital part of it, but we will get to that bit later. If you had a negative PCR test, so you can get the negative PCR test done at airports or at private pharmacies like Boots. You have to have a negative PCR test to leave the country, and you have to have a negative PCR test to come back into the country. So you also need to check the country that you're visiting and what their guidelines are at the minute. You can also qualify for the COVID cert if you had COVID in the last 9 months. The way to prove this is if you get a negative PCR test, or the government said that they were going to send out certificates based off of their records. Now, if you haven't gotten yours yet, they are setting up a helpline, which I will try and link below because at the minute they haven't got it set up. So you can check with them if you haven't received yours yet. The 4th way that Ireland have also said is if you get a negative antigen test. So this is the same as the negative PCR test, and the qualification that you will get to get your cert to leave the country is your negative result, which comes on a document which you can show then at the airport and to customs or wherever else you're traveling. So if you think that you don't fit into any of these categories, well, you do. You can get the negative PCR test. The negative PCR test is there so that you can travel and everywhere is requiring it, but it is also a peace of mind that you are not traveling with COVID. So this week they started sending out all of the digital COVID certs through the email and through the post. So if you meet the criteria and you haven't received your COVID cert yet, don't panic. They only started giving them out this week. And honestly, we all know how long it takes for the government to get things done around here. So don't panic just yet. There is a helpline if you do need to get yours fast or if you think it's lost somewhere. So you can call that helpline. Again, I will try and link it below, but I'm not 100% sure if they've actually announced it or not yet. So if you got your DCC and the information is wrong on it, don't panic. You can call that helpline and get them to change it. Again, I will link it below, but I'm not sure if they've announced it. If you had a trip booked or you need to travel with somebody that's under 18 that hasn't got the vaccine, so subsequently cannot get a digital COVID cert, they need to have a negative PCR test to fly. So you can get these done at the airports. You do need to book them, and they do cost a bit, and it's the same for kids. You need to have a negative PCR test to fly and a negative PCR test to come back into the country. So as of the 19th of July, which is Monday, if you're watching this today, the day that it goes live, our new travel restrictions are coming in. They are a little bit looser because they allow us to travel safely with a digital COVID cert, which means if you have been vaccinated and you have your digital COVID cert, you don't have to have a PCR test to travel, and then you also don't need to isolate when you come back. So one of the key words in digital COVID cert is the word digital, and a lot of us didn't get ours in the email. It came with the post. So how are you supposed to make it digital? We used the app Pass2U, which we will link below. So you need to download the app, scan the code. You can also scan it from the photo in your email and add it this way as well. You just need to select those 2 different options and then add in your information, your name, your email address, give it a title, and then once you've added it there, you can add it straight into your wallet. Now, I know I'm talking about Apple here because that's what I use, but it's working for Android as well. If it doesn't work on the first try, keep trying it. A couple of people I've talked to have had some issues, but after keep trying it a few times, it does end up working. So don't panic. We will turn the digital COVID cert digital. The government have also announced that there is an updated version of the COVID tracker app that we were all told to download last year, that we could track our symptoms. There is an updated version that they are creating where you can add your COVID pass there as well. They are trying to make them digital because they obviously realize that they put them in the post and that's not digital. So just to take a moment as well to talk about some of the negative PCR tests that people need to travel. If you need a negative PCR test to travel, you can get a PCR test done at Dublin Airport, Cork Airport, and there's a lot of private pharmacies that are doing it, like Boots are offering it. Now, it is not the cheapest to get done. It does cost a bit, and they are saying that the results are coming back in less than 24 hours. Randox and RocDoc are the two most popular groups that are doing them across the country. So if you are in an area, if you are far away from Dublin Airport and you need to fly from Dublin Airport, it's a bit awkward if you have to try and go up to Dublin Airport the day before your flight and then go home and then go back up again. So Google in your area if there is a Randox or a RocDoc. There are a couple of other places around the country that are offering PCR tests to prove that you are negative, and the certification that you get from your result is what you will use to fly. What hasn't changed is that if you are flying in from a red zone country, you still need to do your 14-day quarantine. These will not be covered by the EU Digital COVID Cert because they're not in the EU. The most important thing that we could say right now, while we are so excited that we've finally received our EU Digital COVID Certs and that the travel restrictions are being eased slightly, please do not ignore the rising cases at the moment. We at No Notions Travel, which I laugh, but it's just me and Jack, we are not encouraging people to start booking your holidays and scanning through the hotel sites. Please be careful, please stay safe, and please do not make any unnecessary trips or holidays if you don't have to. I know we are all itching to get away, but it really isn't safe to do so at the minute. This is not a free pass for us all to start booking trips away. So while we are giving this advice out and explaining all the different terms that are going on regarding the travel restrictions, we are not encouraging everybody to go wild booking holidays. So that is all of the information that I can give you at the minute regarding the digital COVID certs and the PCR tests. If you have any other questions, please do not hesitate to ask us, because through all of our research, we've picked up and remembered a lot of the restrictions in different countries and the terms. So please just give us a shout, and if we can help, we will. And if you do need any other assistance, if you have a specific question to ask us, leave it in the comment below, or message us privately on Instagram or on TikTok or on Facebook, or email us. Our email is on the website, and keep an eye on the website because that's where we are constantly updating anytime there is a change in any of the restrictions. So thank you so much again for watching. Thank you so much again for all of the support in the last 6 weeks, and we will see you again with some hopefully normal, exciting travel videos in the next couple of weeks.